You never thought I'd be back on this channel. Don't worry, just take me 18,000 years to read. You know this by now. So, a few months ago, I just keep forgetting to do reviews as well. I've read a lot more since then. A few months ago, I read Carrie, okay? And let me tell you this, okay? It was great, okay? It also inspired me to write my next book. What does that mean? I didn't rip it off, obviously. But the world building aspects in this, was genius, okay? So, there's like these little interviews in the book and snippets from in-universe crime reports, and that's what I did in my new book, Psycho Chainsaw. I just thought it was a brilliant technique to build up the world, so I stole from it. But, you know, it's a trick. You know, it's an easy trick to do. Anyway, let's just start talking about my ego and start talking about the book. So, Carrie is about, you know the story, but for people who are like 6. Everyone knows what this story is by now. It's ancient, old. Bro, I had to get out, like, the flipping vacuum. That's how old it is. The dust was piling up on it. See, it literally says 50 years. Like, you know how insane that is. And the dude's still alive. Still kicking. The first page or few pages in this book hit us straight with the, oh, okay, it's this type of Stephen King story. So, Carrie Wright, or what? Carrie White is a girl, 16, and, you know, she just hit puberty, okay? I'm a boy, okay? I don't know how early you'll really get it, but from this it seems like, you know, it should have happened ages ago, okay? You know what I mean, you know what I mean. So, yeah, and then there's this scene where the bullies are making, pretty much the whole entire school is making fun of her for getting it for the first time at such a high age. So, you know, it's messed up, okay? I'm sure people are like it in real life. I'm sure people aren't like it in real life. And if you are like it in real life, kill yourself. Nah, don't. Just grow up. I did find a bit weird, like, the whole, hey, I'm a bully, but I'm changing for the better, so I'm gonna go out with Carrie White to the prom. That's what happened. I felt that was a bit weird, okay? And, the scene which I just did not want to read. I hate animal deaths, okay? And when they killed, like, 2 pigs in that farm, I didn't like it, okay? It was shocking. Mind you, I read this in a whole entire week. I don't know how I did that. For Stephen King books and regular books, it normally takes me half a decade. But for this, it took me a week, which is actually quite shocking. So, you know, because the pacing was so fast, and it just got me hooked straight away. Like, that's what it was. Here's some dodgy noises, don't worry. It's my dog playing with his toy, and not someone sucking at it. Yeah, I really did love the news bits in here, because it just made it feel so much real. It got to the point where I was turning very retarded, and I literally asked my mum, is telekinesis real? But that just proves how, like, good, his, like, descriptions and world building is. It makes you question reality. Max! And it was good for that. Now, oh my god, so there's a Carrie miniseries coming out, right? Later this year, or next year. And, flipping, I think it's starting production this year, and it's coming out next year. And, guess what? There is a scene in this book which was only adapted once, okay? And I think it was for a TV movie. It's so epic. If I ever had the pleasure of adapting this, I would do it. Basically, Carrie has a mental breakdown because, everyone just bullied her to the point of she killed everyone in the prom. So, like everyone naturally does. So, she goes out to town and destroys it. Now, the way it was done, scary, bro. So scary. It was just, like, horrifying. She's like walking straight, okay? And you're told it from like a news perspective. You're not even in a POV. You're like technically listening to it, what happened from a news broadcast. And the fact she's just walking with this like straight face and she looks just dead inside. She don't care about the world anymore. She's just walking down the street and all chaos is going off. That's terrifying. Okay, I love that bit. I hope they adapt it well into the new show. It's a mini series. Obviously, they're not gonna do like a 15-season Carrie TV show where she eventually meets Patrick Bateman or whatever. Hey, maybe that should be my next one. Currently, I'm reading The Stand, so that you can expect that to be my next one. It's a very quick process, I will say. I might finish it around a month. So, yeah. But anyway, another good thing I liked about this was the realistic teachers, okay? Apart from all the slapping, okay? They slap a lot in this book. Like, come on, dude. Like, sorry. Side note. Still about the book. Whenever, like, the Carrie is in trouble and she goes to a teacher, they're bitches, okay? The teachers are bitches. They're like, Carrie, snap out of it! Snap out of it! They keep, like, slapping her. Like, bro, she needs help. Why are you slapping her? I don't know, it's a 70s thing or something. I don't really understand it, but don't do that nowadays, and you can't do that nowadays. But yeah, one of the teachers, Mr. Desjardins, was really good in this. I really liked her character, and she got fired for, I believe, standing up for Carrie, which is absolutely insane. So, it has been like a month since I read this, so I might have gotten that information wrong, and I'm sorry if I did. But, it's just insane. Like, why would you fire her for that? So, my overall rating of the book, I never do ratings, but I'm changing this now, is probably a 7 out of 10. It was one of his weaker stories and stronger stories. Okay, don't get me wrong. But since it was his first, he still had, like, a lot to do. Like, the world building, obviously, amazing, okay? I got inspired, I put that into my book. So, yeah. But I did like this book.